All right. Good morning, everybody. I got a few things that I need to talk with you about today. A couple of them are pretty important. A few of them are just kind of reminders, things like that that we hear every single week. So let me go ahead and share my screen, and I'll start off with the important stuff, so that way I don't lose anybody. Um, the second quarter started on Monday, so yesterday. Our department is kind of deciding um, the way we want to grade. I don't know. It's kind of confusing to talk about because it would take 10 minutes just to explain. So we're making some decisions today in our meeting. And that's the reason why your optional assignment that you did last week that was due on Sunday, that's why that's not in the grade book yet, because I'm not sure how that's going to get graded. Um, so I just wanted to give everybody a heads up that after we have our meeting today, I'll make sure to process those assignments and get them in Skyward today. So you can expect to kind of look tonight in Skyward and see what your grade is. Another thing that's coming up is I'm still getting lots of questions on, can I do late work? Do I have to show up to the Zoom meetings? Things like that, right? So because of that, I created this expectations reminder for quarter two. So since quarter two started yesterday, it's kind of a good week to kick this off. So along with the two things that you already have to do, the vocab and concepts and the check-in, right? These are just normal things that we do Sunday night by 11:59 p.m., no late work, right? I'm adding this third thing on your plate this week. So before you kind of, swear at me and curse my name, let me explain what this is real quick. So this will not take you a ton of time. All 20 of these questions are true and false. But the thing is I need everybody to understand what these basic expectations are in class. So in order to do that, I can assign points to it and just have it like a test or a quiz. So this will also be due Sunday night by 11:59 p.m. You got all week to do it, but it really shouldn't take you much time. Like I said, it's true and false. So if you take the test once and for question number one, you answer true, well, process of elimination, you take it a second time, it's got to be false, right? The idea behind this assignment isn't to make life more difficult and put more stuff on your plate. It's to make it as easy as possible and basically give you like a gimme grade. But at the same time, I want to make sure this information is getting across and you know the basic expectations for the class. For example, one of these questions might be, I can turn in late work, right? I think everybody would say false. I'd hope so anyways. Another question might be something like, when I struggle, I should just give up and not participate in class and not contact Mr. Chapman, right? I hope everybody again would say false. These questions are not like really deep thoughted questions. I mean, you're really going to be able to knock this out pretty quick, especially if you've been paying attention over the last couple of months. So like I said, though, make sure you're taking this. And if you need to retake it because because you missed some questions, you're more than welcome to retake it, but you shouldn't have to take it more than twice because again, it's just true and false. One thing I really want to stress to everybody though is this. So any student that does not get 100% before the assessment closes will earn a 0 in Skyward. All that's saying is I'm not gonna, if you get like a 90% or a 65% and you're good with that, you're gonna get a 0 in Skyward. I need everybody to understand every expectation on this assessment. So what I want you to do, like I said, take it once or twice if you need to, and make sure you get 100%. And that's telling me, hey, Jim Bob knows exactly what the expectations are in class because he got 100% on the assessments. So I'm confident that he knows that there's no late work and you can't go back and redo assignments after the window closed, things like that. So I just want to make some things crystal clear. And by everybody getting 100% on this, I know that those things have been shared with people and people are getting it. Because let's be honest, not everybody makes it to these meetings. I would say, well, actually, I could look, but just kind of looking at my attendance roster, there's probably like 7 people missing. And those people don't always go and watch the recording of the Zoom videos. And not everybody on our Zoom sessions are listening, right? I mean, every single time I end a Zoom session, there's always, 1, 2, 3 people that just kind of hang out. And when I try to ask them, are there any questions? There's nothing. So either they fell back asleep or they got up and left or whatever. I don't know. So I'm not ignorant to the fact that I know not everybody's paying 100% attention during this time. So this is one way for me to make sure this information is getting out to you. Since this is new, isn't something we've done before, I want to make sure that there's no questions on this. So I'm going to go ahead and pause and let you unmute yourself and ask any questions, something that wasn't clear or something I need to re-explain. Okay. If something does pop up, just make sure you email me, or just if it's during the session, just unmute yourself and speak up. That's totally fine. So again, this is just the third assignment that's due by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. Take it as many times as you need to, but again, make sure that you get 100%. Otherwise, it'll go in as a 0. All right, let's look at this week. I got my list of things to talk about. So the expectations reminder, this week's work, we already kind of talked about that. You got 3 things: the expectations reminder, the vocab and concepts, and the check-in. All 3 of those things are due by Sunday night at 11:59 p.m. If you need some help with those things, with the expectations reminder, don't forget up here under welcome, there is our syllabus with the appendix attached. This is the online part of our syllabus. So you could reference either one of those things if you do have any questions on that expectations reminder. But if you're in the material and you're doing the vocab and concepts and the check-in, don't forget I create this video tutorial every week, and then this solutions manual with all the steps to answer them is in there as well. I'm sure you've seen my emails. If not, make sure you're reading my emails. This video tutorial for that section sucked. Like, it kicked my butt. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's something with my equipment or what, but what kept happening is I'd record it, and then I looked back and the video was behind the audio. So I'd start talking about a problem, but then like 3 to 5 seconds later, I'd point to it, and that's really hard to follow. So I made a change and did it again. Well, unfortunately, while you're recording, you can't see if things are getting screwed up. So you have to just record, and then hopefully it doesn't. So at the second time, it was still screwed up. So I tried something different, and then after I record a third time, the screen was blank. There was no video, even though during my video, while I'm recording, I could see myself on my MacBook. So for the 4th time, I finally found a different way to record, like with a different program, and now it's good to go. So from here on out, videos, tutorials should be solid. There shouldn't be any problems with it. But let me stress again, just like I've said in the past, if you're watching a video tutorial, if you're accessing a check-in, if something is not the way it seems like it should be, please email me and I'll fix it, right? I'll re-record it or whatever. If a problem doesn't have all the, if there's no answers to the problem, there's just the question, but you can't choose A, B, C, or D, let me know, right? I can go in there and correct that. So if anything ever looks wonky to you, please email me. That would help me out a lot. I kind of referenced this earlier. I sent out an email on Sunday. Some people told me that they actually got the email Monday morning, like at 2 a.m. I'm not sure what was going on with the system or what happened, if it was something I screwed up or whatever. But you should have had an email from me Sunday evening or Monday super early in the morning. So make sure if you're not checking those emails, again, make sure you're accessing email at least once a week, but preferably every day, just really quick to make sure you're not missing anything and you see those reminders. 2 more things. So the first thing is make sure you're reviewing Skyward. When I process grades, typically on Monday, but like I said, today I'm waiting for this meeting to process it. Typically when I process grades, of course, I'm doing my best to make sure that your grade that you earn gets transferred into Skyward. But if I screw up or if the system screws up and you actually did the assignment, but it's giving you a 0, I'm not going to know that. You need to be checking that. So if that happened, if you did the optional assignment last week and you end up with a 0 in the gradebook for it, just email me. Let me know. Hey, Chapman, I did the optional assignment. I'm not sure what happened. Can you check into it? I'd be happy to, right? So make sure that your grades in Skyward are reflecting what you actually did. I don't want anybody getting, a lower grade when they should have had something better. And then the last thing, if you are failing, my class, any class, it doesn't matter. If you are failing or a class is not going like you want it to, you need to talk to me or you need to talk to your teacher today. Don't wait. Get going today. We're just starting second quarter. There is still enough time to turn things around depending on your situation. I'm not joking where I have students that literally have done maybe 1 or 2 assignments the last 2 months or so. Even in that case, we can sit down and talk about what the plan is to move forward. I think setting yourself up for success is super important. Make sure you're keeping a list, right? Like, here's my list of everything that I have to do today and everything I want to talk about. Setting yourself up for success doesn't mean just winging it, right? Most people will forget, hey, there's a 3rd assignment this week. If you don't write that down, you might forget it. And now all of a sudden you got a 0 on that, and that's going to hurt your grade. So make sure you're setting yourself up for success. If you need some help with that or you have questions about it, please email me and I'd be happy to help you. There's no problem with that. All right. I have talked enough. I'm going to let these people that are late in pause for questions from people. Feel free to unmute yourself or type something in the chat box. All right. So if you just came in, don't forget the video of the session will be up on Canvas in, I don't know, probably 15 minutes or so once I wrap everything up and get it processed and put into Canvas. So you make sure you check that out. I'm going to hang back and talk to people. So if you have questions, hang back with me. If not, I hope you have an awesome day and we'll see you Thursday. Bye.
Bye, Mr. Chapman.
See you, Jose. So we got a couple people still in here. I'm available to answer questions if anybody wants to kind of unmute themselves, or you can type in the chat box if you want to.